So Daniel, San Diego Comic Con was recently. They announced Fantastic Four along with a movie that's very related, Secret Wars,
Oh yeah,
and
Beyonder.
they've messed that up already.
Oh, darn! What'd they mess up?
Doctor Doom.
No.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. That movie's 3 years away,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't even have Doctor Doom in the MCU.
Yes. Well, fortunately, I know something about this that you don't know.
Oh boy, I'm sure. Let's hear it.
Doctor Doom is awesome, and did you know that he goes to the realm where Mephisto's realm once a year to fight for his mother's soul? Dun dun dun.
Did you know that Doctor Doom became Galactus at one point? Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean that's part of Secret Wars.
Yeah.
So I mean,
It's kind of. If they don't do that, I'm gonna be disappointed. I
you're
want
gonna be
giant
disappointed.
Doctor
No,
Doom.
you're gonna be disappointed because
I'll be disappointed.
Marvel
regardless.
does everything wrong when it comes to
Marvel, everything wrong. You know why? Because you still haven't called us about our last idea.
So like I mean,
Infinite Phoenix.
we know that what they do is they take the ideas of the comics and then they put their very own twist on it. Case in point,
I think they just read their name and then like the Marvel Wikipedia page. I think they read like the character's bio and they're like, "All right, that's what we're using."
all right, here's a character.
Gore kills gods. All right,
no.
Here's what we're gonna do.
It's even better than that. They have a giant wheel with a bunch of names on it.
Yes.
And then they spin it, and then it lands on something. And my
I
biggest,
feel like you just made a video.
I did.
We're gonna make a wheel and spin it and make a make a story about whatever characters we get.
We could come up with a great character. But so what they did with the Illuminati in the last Doctor Strange movie, right, that's not the Illuminati. The Illuminati.
Yes, it is. They told me so.
Yeah, they said it was, but in the comics, the Illuminati control the Infinity Stones. So each member
That's
has.
not necessarily like what their most important.
That's
thing,
what
though.
they came
At
together.
one point in time, they do, and that's like one of their founding things.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily like.
Okay.
In the end, that's not really what they're doing.
Well, that's what they were created to do.
Yeah, but
so
they did a
like,
lot more.
why do they just show them doing this thing, and why do they got to have the most pretentious superhero of all time in it?
Yeah, and we're about to have a whole saga about multiverse, like travel, pretty much is what it seems like. And so the fact that they're losing it over two people, multiverse, like traveling, that makes it seem like these are like Doctor Strange might be like the first one to do it.
Well, okay, so the multiverse to actually travel, and I don't know about the MCU, but if the MCU copies what Marvel has established is, we don't like for you to we don't really care if you're going to be in a timeline. Like if you want to have a million timelines with you doing crazy stuff, it's one thing. But when it comes to the multiverse, they don't like they don't want two Sorcerer Supremes in one universe. So like you would see the Living Tribunal or somebody else come and interfering in that.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Yet. I mean,
They didn't go past him though.
It was a quick thing. It was a quick
It's
thing.
just a cameo.
No, I mean, like, it was a quick thing. He wasn't there but a couple hours.
Well, that's true.
So, I think...
But there was also only one Sorcerer Supreme, really. I mean, sure, the role goes on, but, like,
yeah,
nobody's
he's
Doctor
not
Strange.
Yeah, he's not... But what I'm saying is,
There's only one American.
they don't want a bunch of, like, the powers that be do not want a bunch of versions of one person coming together.
Yeah.
But you know who did? Doctor Doom. That's right. He found an Infinity Gauntlet one time, put it on, and then
He's done everything.
a bunch of other hymns showed up and worshipped him. And you know the thing,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
A bunch of Doctor Doom showed up to worship Doctor Doom.
for being infinitely powerful.
That's...
But that's his core, though. There's two things about Doctor Doom that they're gonna mess up. And
his backstory.
No.
They will.
Yeah, I'm sure, but like they're gonna mess up his reasoning because they don't like Thanos. The Thanos. Why did he go for the stones in the movies?
I feel like
For
that
something
the reason was
stupid.
better, kind of.
No, he was trying to impress Death. Death
In the
asked
comics.
in the comics.
I'm talking about in the movies.
Yeah, but that wasn't better. The comics were better than the movies.
I mean, I like that he's doing it for love. Kind of makes more of a villain.
Yeah, but also he didn't set out to get the Infinity Stones in the comics. he set out to accomplish what she asked him. He goes to the Infinity Well. She tasked him with the role of killing half of all life. He doesn't know how to do it. It would take 1,000,000 lifetimes to do it. So he goes to the Infinity Well. The Infinity Well shows him an easy way to do it, and that's to get the stones. And so he goes and gets the stones. Yeah. And killing half of all life would be for her, all that. Yeah. But she got upset because he became too powerful, and it's a whole different story. Yeah, but that's Thanos. That's Thanos' story. That's what motivates him. And they say, "Oh, he was one of our best villains," but they kind of did a bad job because,
No, they changed it, but it makes sense because, how they did it with Titan being destroyed, and his solution was you have to kill half life of all the universe. Because if you think about it, there's a celestial on each planet, and then just people overusing resources wouldn't knock it off its axis. So there's probably a celestial that was born. He was in jail. He has no idea that happened, and he just sees a planet destroyed. And he's like, I got to make sure this doesn't happen again.
What
I think that's
happens
his motivation.
when you
destroy?
What happens when you destroy a planet is our economies are so fragile that if half of all people were to disappear,
that won't knock it off its axis.
No, but our society would probably collapse, and we would be into nothingness.
But it wouldn't be off its axis. That's what I'm saying. There's definitely a baby celestial that came out of that bad boy.
I'm just saying that when it comes to his reasoning, there's a lot of problems with it. But
definitely. But that's what he thinks is the solution.
And I feel like
you think you have the answer.
I feel like
you're not
Marvel.
Listening to anybody else.
I feel like Marvel would have probably just been better off putting death in here and doing it that way than what they did. But we're not going to talk about Thanos. This is a Doctor Doom video, and what we need to realize about Doctor Doom, and the reason I'm bringing up Thanos and the failure of his motivation, because
Dr.
they
Doom
switched
succeeded.
it. No, Doctor Doom's motivation is always to attain more power if he can. Oh. Always. That is number one. He's got his own country that he is loyal to. Do not go and mess with his people.
He's the ruler.
He's a fair ruler. He takes care of them. He gives them food. He takes care of his people, and they love him for that. Yeah. But that doesn't mean he doesn't want more power. Yeah. And so he always goes.
And then he has,
he always wants to get more power. And the thing about Doom is, it's not that he wants to get more power so he can destroy the universe or do this with the universe or do that. He just wants it.
Yeah.
He just wants to be the most powerful being, whether or not he uses that power he's not going to use it to destroy everything. But Reed Richards is also his other motivation. He always thinks Reed Richards is his better. And he's always trying to prove that that's wrong. And in fact, when he, became the most powerful version of himself, it was Reed Richards, his thinking that Reed Richards could use this much power better than he could. Yeah. It made him give it up in a way. So it's just, that is core him. Yeah. And they're going to mess that up. I'll tell you, that Avengers TV show that came out couple years ago,
Avengers Assemble,
they had Doctor Doom, and they actually did the best job with Doctor Doom for his motivations, period.
Yeah.
Because
it's based from the comics.
Well, think about this. He attacks them. He kidnaps two people, the Wasp and somebody else.
Yeah.
He scans them, finds out one of them's a Skrull, discovers that he can detect the Skrulls, so he creates that technology. They forget all about it. Once he's accomplished his goal, he just tells them to buzz off. They leave. They don't finish the fight. It's kind of like, what? But he didn't want to fight them. He just wanted to scan to see if he could find out the Skrulls. And then at the right time, he gives that tech to Tony. And he's not trying to save the day on them. He's not trying to, be the one to save the day. This is a problem that he knows he will have to deal with unless he gives the Avengers just enough information so they can go deal with it, and he can go do whatever the flip he wants to do.
But Marvel's definitely going to make him.
He's
evil.
Never been. Well, you see, the other problem
is evil, but they're going to try and put some crazy spin,
But the other problem is Marvel doesn't like to have villains for multiple movies. There's so much you could have done if you'd left Thanos alive.
Yeah.
Now you can't, and so with Doctor Doom, it's literally
2 movies.
Yeah, 2. That is the most out of any villain yet.
Well, they think people don't want to see him again, even though, like Doctor Doom, you want to see. Yeah.
Well,
I wouldn't mind seeing him.
You
like
can't
5 times.
set him up. You can't do.
But he can't be like the main. Like there has to be a side villain to have Doctor Doom, right? I think until it's like his big show.
The Beyonder will be his. You know, in the Secret Wars, him doing the things that happen with the Beyonder will not even go down the way we want it to go down. It'll probably be way, way bastardized because, like, we know how it goes down in the comics, and they're just gonna kind of make you think they're gonna do that, but then not do it. I don't know how else to say it.
I don't think they. I think they're just gonna use the name and Doctor Doom, and that's about it.
What do you mean?
That's all they'll do in the movie about, like from the comics. They're not gonna do any of the like. They're obviously gonna have the multiverses come together to beat him, but like that's gonna be it. But they know that their fan base is leaving. They need to get people back in a hype movie, so they announce Secret Wars, and they're gonna make it, and they're just gonna put all the characters possible in it, and that's gonna be the movie. It's gonna be a cameo fest.
No. Well,
Don't say no. You know I'm right.
yeah. I mean, at this point, I'd like to see. I just want
Secret Wars can't be one movie.
No,
It needs to be at least.
But you
at
also
least
like,
2.
but also like you said, they have to do a good job setting him up before Secret Wars.
Yeah.
We have to know his motivations going into that movie, so we can think he's going to help out and be, because you kind of think he's going to help, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
So like,
He only makes it a little worse.
yeah.
But I think like, because they're talking about announcing him, or not. Like people are saying
Who
he's going
are
to
they-
show up in the end credit scenes.
Who are
of
they
Forever.
thinking about playing him?
I don't think we really know anything. I think they talked to Giancarlo Esposito.
That's about Professor X.
Well, he says they've mentioned Doom, they've mentioned Magneto, but the one that they've also mentioned then that he wants to be is Professor X.
Oh.
So I think they're looking for people that people are afraid
If
of.
they make him Professor X, I will not watch any movie he's in.
Why?
It's Professor X. He can't be a bad guy. All right.
You've never seen him in a good role.
Hold on. Do you know that this guy, and I always say his name wrong, but Gus, we're just going to call him Gus,
That's not
was on an airplane, and he was going to the bathroom, and a woman saw him that was ahead of him to use the bathroom.
Hold on. We're going to reference an old video because you're going to say something about how he's a bad person because of this.
No.
Everyone,
No,
there's
he's
a
not-
card on screen about the Flash movie right now.
No, he's not a bad person. No, this is just hilarious. He literally, that woman was so scared of him because she recognized him as Gus and was absolutely scared that she refused to use the bathroom. She was like, please, go in front of me. Please, 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 don't hurt me. And he was like, I'm he tried to explain he was a good,
Yeah.
and like, she was scared. So he uses the bathroom and says, I'm so sorry, I'm freaking you out. And then, he can't be Charles.
Yes, he can.
No.
He's never been in a good role. This could be the movie that sets him as people see him as a good person.
Or he could be an amazing Magneto or something.
No, he's Professor X.
No.
His voice is great for it.
No.
Yes.
No.
How
He's
not?
a villain. He's a villain.
No, you think
No.
he's a villain because he's never been in a
Look,
good
I've
role.
killed
like
him
as a
in
hero role.
I've had to kill him in video games.
Like once.
Yeah, he's a villain.
No, he's not. He's just cast as a villain because they know people are afraid of him. But if he gets cast as a hero and they change it, he might shine even better as Professor X than Gus. Like it could be the best thing ever.
Look, I'm typecasting him. He's a villain.
No.
Yes, he's a villain. Villain. He's villainous. And he makes the best meth.
Who? What's a character? What's another person that everybody's just kind of afraid of?
John Wick.
Keanu Reeves is Doctor Doom. I think we just pretty much proved it.
Oh man,
And he's been in talks with them about a role.
He has been in talks with him about a role, but a lot of people thought it was the Beyonder or Galactus or
No,
something.
we all know who the Beyonder is.
Who's the
It's
Beyonder?
Bruce Campbell. Pizza Papa is the Beyonder.
Oh, you think that'd be cool?
Well, think they signed him on for multiple roles, right?
Right.
And he was in that one specific universe. So if they cast him for more movies, either Sam Raimi's going to be directing more movies, or he's going to be the Beyonder.
What if it's just as simple as Sam Raimi's going to direct more movies and he's just going to have cameos in them that mean absolutely nothing?
I mean, it's possible. Maybe they're just gonna have a CGI Stan Lee be the Beyonder. That's why he's always watching.
I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see who they cast as the Beyonder.
Bruce Campbell.
But it will be. I mean, hey, if that's it, that'd be cool.
They could have him in multiple. I mean, he's already been in one multiverse.
Short list for Doctor Doom.
Keanu Reeves. I don't know.
A little
it
bit
has to
longer.
Be somebody scary. I feel like they would consider somebody like Matthew McConaughey or something, and that'd just ruin it.
Oh God, no.
That's
No.
just how I feel like their casting has been kind of lately.
No. No.
Reed Richards.
I tell you who would be. All right.
I'd walk out of the theater.
He
Dwayne Johnson.
he's in talks with Marvel too, isn't he? Didn't he talk with them at one time?
You know who would have been great, and they wasted him on Gore the God Butcher, which would have been great,
Christian Bale.
right?
Okay, so hear me out here. What if you just have the guy that played Doom in the first movies
No,
come back? You didn't like him as Doom?
I mean it's. I don't think that's the move.
You know, why not?
What?
Henry Cavill.
No, I've got another theory on that.
He's in talks with Marvel.
Yeah.
So who do you get to be Doctor Doom other than Keanu Reeves?
And Matthew McConaughey.
No, Matthew McConaughey. No.
I think it's a great casting.
No. What about that one guy that's
Oh, I know who you're talking about. That one dude that's like a dude.
Ashton Kutcher?
I don't think so. That would.
Oh man, that wouldn't be good. No.
I mean, maybe they've got to have a good voice for it, because they're gonna be behind a mask most of it.
You know that movie Dracula Untold?
Yeah.
The guy that's the star of that movie.
Luke Evans.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
He'd be good for that.
Yeah, I think that could work, but I don't think he's really sinister looking enough. I guess he's gonna be behind the mask, but I don't think they would. Maybe.
Tom Hardy?
No, he's not sinister.
No one cared who I was.
That's
until
why.
I-
The jokes would be out of pocket on that.
No one cared who I was until I put on the mask.
Ryan Reynolds.
No.
That'd never work. Maybe Idris Elba.
No.
Why not? He's Heimdall, but you
Yeah.
won't see his face. They've already said Fantastic Four is not going to be a prequel, or an origin story. So
No.
if he's always in the suit, nobody will know.
We'll know. Here's a great actor that could be him. You could get the guy from Carl Urban.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He has all kinds of range.
Yeah, but no.
Okay.
He's not sinister.
Ian McGregor.
That's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He's too busy saving space.
No. He could.
Hayden Christensen.
No. God, no. Obi-Wan Kenobi's actually got the range to have a great
Listen,
voice.
I've got it. Doctor Doom, Disney Plus series starring Hayden Christensen. Right? He's born on the beach and sand gets in his eye. So his goal is to reach eternity and destroy all sand.
I know that you're joking.
Give me my money, Marvel.
But that is literally the second dumbest idea I've heard from you
Oh,
today.
definitely. It's intentionally bad. But I don't know who would you cast? You've said a couple, but
Well, I mean, most of the people I'd like to cast are probably too old to be that.
like who?
I don't know.
Well, we know that they're casting people in their 20s to 30s for the Fantastic Four, like the main group.
Right.
That's what people are saying. So, someone in that age range, that kind of narrows it down.
Jonah Hill.
No.
Jonah Hill?
No.
Yeah.
That'd be the worst movie. Leonardo DiCaprio Like
Oh, he doesn't age either, so it'd be great.
Tom Cruise,
Tom Cruise, that's right.
Rainn Wilson should be Doctor Doom. Obviously,
Who?
have you seen The Office?
Yeah.
He's Dwight. Because
No,
then Reed
no,
Richards
no,
is
no.
Jim. You know,
No,
Bring back the rivalry. That'd be pretty fun. They wouldn't though. I mean,
That
just
would
look
be
at that
just
dude.
horrible.
That's not Doctor Doom. That's like the leader.
No,
It's not even
you could. I'll tell you, Tatum Channing.
Channing Tatum.
There he is. Yeah, that guy.
I don't think I could be Doctor Doom after he was in Free Guy. That cameo kind of ruined that. Magic Mike can't be Doctor Doom.
Magic Mike can't be Doctor Doom. Okay, well,
It has to be somebody serious, but like sleek.
Magic Mike's mentor is who you're pulling for to be Doctor Doom. I just want you to know that.
I've not seen
And
it, so I don't
curse
know.
you.
However,
I'd curse you for bringing up Magic Mike. This podcast is over.
so Daniel.
Yo.